Hello guys and welcome to the English box. As you can see and hear, I'm speaking English, and this means only one thing. I'm gonna tell you a story. You can find the list of new words in the description below. And now relax and imagine an early spring. Beautiful colors, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the nature is awakening. In the midst of all this beauty, you can see thousands of green frogs. They were hopping in the woods, going about their froggy business. But all of a sudden, two frogs just fell into a deep pit. The rest of his friends gathered around that pit to see what could be done to help their companions. But when they saw how deep the pit was, they realized that it was hopeless. And they said to the two frogs just to accept the destiny because they were as good as dead. Unwilling to take such a terrible fate, the two frogs started to jump with all their might. And some of the friends were shouting like, "Guys, stop it. You wouldn't be in such a situation if you had been more careful and more obedient to the froggy rules and more responsible." Other frogs were shouting like, "Stop this agony, stop this pain. You can't do anything in this situation. Just accept, because you are already as good as dead." And it seems to me that sometimes in our life it is happening the same way. Some of our friends or relatives, they can say, "Come on, don't take a risk. Don't play full out. It's impossible. Lead and live a normal life, okay?" But guys, it's our choice whether to say yes to this or to continue our own way and just try to find your way and live a better life. And the two frogs were jumping and jumping, jumping and jumping, and in several hours of, desperate efforts, they were quite weary. And finally, one of the frogs took heed to the calls of his fellows. Took heed to the calls of his fellows означает прислушался к призывам своих товарищей. Spent and disheartened, he lay down at the bottom of the pit, and he was waiting for his death, trembling with fear. But the other one was jumping and jumping, jumping and jumping, even harder and harder. And, he became even red. Have you ever seen red frogs? I'm kidding. Well, he was just jumping. And all of the friends up above were shouting like, "You fool, you stupid, stop it, it's impossible. No one has never ever done this before. No, you can't." But he was jumping and jumping, jumping and jumping. And wonder of wonders, чудо из чудес, wonder of wonders. He leapt so high that he sprang out of the pit. Amazed, all his friends gathered around him and they were asking like, "How is it possible? Do you know any kind of special method? And tell us, why did you continue jumping when we told you not to do it?" And the frog was shocked because he was deaf. He couldn't hear. And there at the bottom of the pit, he could see only the gestures, and he thought that his friends were cheering him on. Как вы уже поняли, друзья, лягушонок оказался глухой. И там, на глубине ямы, он просто не мог ничего слышать. Он только видел жесты своих товарищей и думал, что они его поддерживают. И как бывает в нашей жизни, что какие-то лягушата вокруг начинают нам говорить, что это невозможно, это трудно, и мы не играем на полную. We don't play full out. Мы не рискуем. We don't take a risk. И мы живем посредственную жизнь. We live mediocre life. Но только нам решать, какую жизнь выбрать. But it's only our decision what to choose, what life to choose. That's all for today, guys. But before I say goodbye, I'd like to ask you, what are your ideas? What do you think about this story? Just share, comment. It's so nice to see your engagement. And remember, you can't torture your English, you can only fall in love with it. Друзья, английский нельзя вымучить, его можно только полюбить. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, если вам нравится то, о чем я говорю, and see you real soon.